I said, were you yawning?
No, that wasn't yawning. I was just doing funny voices. But hey, Demarcus, how are you doing?
What's happening, Jared? How are you, brother?
I am doing fine. Let's just start off this with a segment I like to call Ring Light Watch. Demarcus, do you have a ring light? And I can see the answer, but do you have a ring light?
You don't see this light right here?
It's not a ring light.
Yes, it is. No, I don't have it yet. I ordered it and it was supposed to show up today,
Okay.
but it's out for delivery right now, actually. So
Oh, okay. Well, guess we'll have to wait until next week, but I'm very happy that you took that first step into getting our, internet follows up for to be higher. Because a lot of people are liking the to see
yeah,
our faces. Yeah, a lot of people are liking
yeah,
it.
they are. They loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
You beautiful.
Um, yeah, yeah, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful.
We.
Well, but yeah, other than that, Demarcus, how has your week been?
Mm, it's been a bit of a rough week.
What cereal are you eating?
Mm, hold on.
Uh-oh. He's currently putting on his pants for the audio listeners.
That is crazy.
All
That's not
right.
at all.
And he is. Those underwear have holes in them, DeMarcus. You need to go ahead and get rid of
Here's
them.
pull up. Um, but yeah, I was saying, what kind of cereal am I eating? It's called Cheerios Oat Crunch.
Cheerios Oat Crunch.
Oat Crunch, yes, sir.
You sound like you are in the ocean.
Sound like I'm in the ocean.
Yes, you just changed something when you were changing your underwear.
I changed my mind
Okay, yeah, now you sound. Uh,
about now.
say something?
How about now?
Okay, cool. That sounds a little bit better, I guess.
Okay, thanks. So,
But Cheerios Oat Crunch, you're a grown man and eat Cheerios. That has like no sugar, no type of preservatives, no anything to enhance the flavor of the Cheerio. And you like this old man cereal?
mhm,
Wow.
one of my favorites. I used to. It's actually my second. It's actually second choice because they discontinued the Cheerios Banana Nut Crunch flavor. It used to really be one of my favorites.
You like bananas like that?
I like Banana Nut Crunch.
Mm. Well, DeMarcus, you were saying that you
It's been a
were
rough week. Yeah, it's been a rough week, man. Like my car got towed earlier this week.
how
Hmm.
did it get told? You was at your girlfriend's house and
No,
uh,
um, there's a lot near my apartments where a lot of folks who live here in the apartment for like ever, and like when you get here, so there are parking spots in my apartment, and there's street parking around.
uh,
If you get here so late, there's no more like street parking. My my girlfriend's been parking at my parking spot for my apartment. Um,
okay.
when you get here late, like for whatever reason, there's like the street parking to be full, and so like there had been this empty lot, and you can just and folks would just park there. Um,
Hmm.
woke up, I think it was like what Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning, car gone, and like not only was my car gone, the entire lot for the most part was empty. And so they had told like everyone's car that was over there, and folks looking around like that's never happened before, and it's like not only am I out there like turning my head, looking around, like calling the numbers on the signs, looking for my car, like it's a few other people doing the same thing. Come to find out, when I go get my car towed, excuse me, um, when I go to get my car towed, when I go to pick up my car from the tow place, they're like, "Oh yeah, like the lot where we towed your car from, they did not have a contracted tower. They hadn't had one for a long time apparently, and we just got the contract like yesterday or the day before, something like that. So like, when we went down there, they just said, "Yeah, tow all the cars that have been over here overnight." So yeah, Wednesday morning, I spent like the first hour of my day like waiting in line to get my car out of the tow lot.
They should have had some type of notice to, don't
Nah, I
park
mean
here.
they have signs of like, hey, we'll tow your car or
Oh,
whatever.
okay. Well,
They had not been enforcing it, and I've been here like at least 6 months at this
yeah, I know
point.
where you moved in. But then, DeMarcus, it's kind of your fault because
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
you should know.
that
I
doesn't make it
mean,
less painful. That
I mean,
doesn't make it like less of a like, oh damn.
okay. I can't take away the pain, but you are letting some new girl in your life take the parking space that you pay for with your rent,
Well,
and she
Jared,
should take
I
the risk of parking somewhere, instead of you incurring the risk of paying the tow truck man.
well, Jared, I mean, I understand that you've never really been in like a committed relationship, so you don't really know how these things work. So I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
The break is how they work. I understand how they work.
Not really.
You
Theory,
pay for something with
theory is
your
not the same as
rent.
practice. But
DeMarcus, it's not theory. It's simple,
I'm saying you
simple.
only have theory. You haven't.
Okay, DeMarcus, it's not theory. It's common sense. You pay for something with your rent. You
Mhm.
give it to some random girl. You park in a place that has signs posted that you're going to get told if you park there. You got told, and your girlfriend is safe. That sounds like a recipe for a disaster.
Sounds like a committed relationship. Anyway, and then I'm buying a new suit for my company holiday party.
Wait, I knew suits.
A new suit.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to go pick it up Friday, didn't fit right.
Mm.
It needed some more tailoring.
Trims.
Yeah.
So have you gotten bigger or smaller?
Mm, it's just they just didn't
Oh, they didn't make it
they
right.
tailored the back the way I asked it to, but then like the bottom of the suit was like the bottom of the jacket was like flaring out a lot.
Mm.
And I was like, why? And the place where I'm going to get my suit, I went there last year to get a suit. Amazing customer service. The guy I was working with, I loved him. He talked me through a lot of stuff. He was like, oh, he was really detailed and like, all right, this is how this is gonna work. He showed me they didn't have like some of the stuff I was asking for, they didn't have it in the store. So he was like, oh, we got this catalog. We can like order pieces or order a whole suit from you from this catalog. We got suits in the store that we can size you with. We'll get the right size and then we'll just, have them, cut the suit that we ordered to these specifications. Like, really did the most. Great customer service. I got like a free belt or something. Um, but and the guys I worked with this time, not to say that they were bad, it was just average. It was very average service. And it wasn't like, long story short, I won't be buying a third suit from this place.
I mean,
Um,
I didn't know that Men's Warehouse did all this like custom tailoring.
well, Men's Warehouse does do custom tailoring, but I didn't go to Men's Warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Is this like some specialty store only in San Diego where the
I
rich people
mean, it's
go?
it's it's a it's a store that only sells suits, so I guess kind of.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, and so like the suit didn't fit right, and it wasn't as like thorough as like a consultation as I would hope as I had last time. And a lot of it, I would ask questions, and he's like, "Well, it's whatever you want." And I'm like, "I'm asking you your opinion because you're the suit man that works in the suit shop, so you know more about suits than I do." But that's not what I got. So they're fixing it now. They should be ready like Wednesday and Friday. The event is next Saturday. So,
So that's
whatever
enough time.
whatever I get next, whatever I get this coming week is what I'm gonna have. And so there's not gonna be enough time to like redo it again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my week was very uh
You had the interview for
I had that interview.
for the position at the place where I work. What happened? You said
Mhm.
that you don't think you got it. Why not?
It was just her demeanor as the interview was going on. I don't think that
Mhm.
was answering her questions to
Mm.
what she wanted me to answer the questions or how she wanted me to answer the questions. And I think that her demeanor change as we went on through the interview. So I
Heard
don't,
the meter change?
demeanor.
You heard the demeanor change.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I do not think that I will be getting that position, but according to her, I won't know until like Wednesday. So
Mm, okay. But this is not the final interview though.
no, there's two more interviews.
Yeah, so that's how it was when I interviewed too. I think it was like 4 rounds for me.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to get to the next interview. So
Jared, don't sell yourself out, man.
I mean, I'm not selling myself out, but I gotta also be
Realistic.
realistic. You
Hmm.
know, like I can't live in a fantasy world, DeMarcus.
I hear you.
Yeah.
What else
Um,
been going on though?
what else has been going on? Not a lot. Just taking care of my mother, who, as you know from last week, has been very ill.
She still
Uh,
sick?
yeah, she's slowly getting better.
Okay.
Um, but I have just been taking good care of her and, just trying to make sure that she is well. Other than that, nothing much has been going on in my life, you know, as
Mhm.
of late. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our put them on segment sponsored by our great friends at Movie Pass. So DeMarcus, can you please tell well I'm trying to not to have your cereal get too soggy.
Oh no,
So
I'm good.
okay. So DeMarcus, can you please tell them just a little bit about Movie Pass?
Absolutely. So MoviePass is a subscription-based service that allows you to watch multiple movies in theaters for a monthly fee. Not on Amazon or Prime or Tubi or whatever you're using at home. You get to go in the movie theaters, the nice ass seats, recline, all that. It was designed to make movie going more affordable and accessible by offering different plans that enable subscribers to see a certain number of movies per month or even an unlimited number, depending on which plan, which tier you get. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the plan. Users would typically receive a movie pass card. They give you like a little credit card, what's the type deal, or you can just use your phone app and go online for the tickets. Boom, by paying your movies. If you use it one time, it's paying for itself. Find the lowest tier. Uh, 'Cause I used to, I paid for the $10 tier, and I would get like 2 or 3 movies a month. And I'm going to the nicest tier, I'm to the $20 tier. So even at one time, it pays for itself.
So yeah. This week on the Put You On segment, I want to put you onto this Korean maghwa called The Lone Sorcerer. And DeMarcus, I have been in my Korean maghwa bag. In fact, I had to like wean myself off for this week and last week because I was doing that instead of watching TV, instead of
Mm.
reading comics. I was just on my phone all day doing Korean manga.
Hmm.
So one that I have finished reading all the way through is this 2014 Korean manga called The Gamer.
Mm. I used to
Mhm.
read The Gamer.
Oh, really? This is a Korean manga where everybody in the
I think
world, or
I
is it
think this word is pronounced manhwa.
all right. So, okay. So, so everybody in the world gets a special skill. So this person actually gets the skills of the gamer, but it's kind of like a cheat skill because he doesn't get tired like a game like the guys in gamers do. He can level up his
Hmm.
abilities like gamers do. He could have uh like it could be like a what's that type of like a base building type of simulator. He can build golems, and then he's building like millions of golems a day. He
Hmm.
acquires so much powers, and he can give special other people the powers, and he can steal powers from people. So it
Hmm.
becomes like a cheat skill after a while, but it's very, very extremely good. And yeah, it was very long. It was like 500 something
Oh yeah,
chapters because it's been going
that's
on
kind of where
since
I fell off because it was so long.
yeah. So yeah, I think that this week I'm going to have to do the um the gamer for my put you on
Mhm.
segment.
Okay. Okay. Um.
Do you
I
have any?
I think I've talked about um the Star Wars show I've been watching.
Oh, is that Skeleton Crew?
Skeleton Crew. Yeah, yeah,
That's just
yeah.
a bunch of kids. Seems like a kiddie
It
show.
is a bunch of kids, and like when I watch it, I'm like frustrated because like these are kids and they are like doing kid shit, and then but I'm realizing that that is the entertaining part of this show because they've introduced now the adult that is kind of like taking care of these children, this group of children, and his frustrations are my frustrations, and I feel represented in the show now.
So this adult wasn't there the whole time.
He wasn't there in the first couple of episodes, no. And but now he's kind of like fully, and even when he first appeared, he wasn't really in the role of like the caretaker. But now he's fully in that caretaker role, like, all right, I'm taking care of these kids. And you know, I will say it's not even he's not always like he doesn't even always act like, oh yeah, I'm trying to be like their parent or whatever. Sometimes he's just like, fuck these kids. Which I imagine parents actually do feel that way.
Yeah. Um,
But
so
I
did
enjoy
you
it. As much as I hate it, it's entertaining.
so did you watch the whole thing or do you still have some
Still
to
got
do?
some to go. Still got some to go.
Mm. So your girlfriend doesn't like it?
She'll pretty much watch whatever I watch.
So do y'all have to watch everything together or
Absolutely not. A lot of times, like I'll be watching something, she'll be on her phone next to me, or like she'll like take a nap or something.
Mm.
But we do like game together.
I know you said Cooking Mama,
You mean Overcooked?
Overcooked.
Hmm. We also play Haven together. It's like
Haven,
another.
what's
It's
what is
another like couples game. So the premise is like these two people, and was what a really interesting part about the game is that you can choose to be a lesbian couple, a heterosexual couple, or a gay couple. Like so, both characters will be it'll be two women, a man and a woman, or two men.
so which
Um,
one did y'all choose?
we just chose a man and a woman
Oh, that's not fun.
for you. Um, but
I'm
like
Jared. It's not fun. It's just very I'm gonna
anyway,
be the man and the woman like every other thing in the world. So
Jared, you came from a man and a woman, so
I didn't ask to.
not too much,
I didn't ask to.
not too much.
Well,
Anyway,
I didn't ask her. I was forced to be here by a man and a woman. And
anyway.
men and women need to stop forcing
We
themselves
are digressing, Jared.
onto
That's not what this is all
other
about.
people.
This is not the question you asked me.
Well,
Um,
I just need to interject. Like men and
the
women need to
premise
stop forcing their
the premise of
ideologies
Haven
onto other
the
people.
premise of Haven is that you are this couple that lives on this planet or like series of planet, this system, and it is set up in such a way where like every person has their match already picked out for them at a certain point in time. So like you turn a certain age and they're like, all right, here's your person that you're going to be with for life. And it's not like, oh, we just throw you with anybody. Like they put you with a person that's like, oh, y'all are actually a pretty good match. Like y'all fit together. Um, and these two decide like, oh, we not finna go with the flow. We gonna leave the system and like we gonna escape so that we can be together. And so now they're on this like abandoned planet by themselves because they crashed there. And they're trying to just like figure out they're trying to like make a life together and fix their ship so they can like continue to escape from the apiary is what the system of planets is called. But it's real fun. And like we made it pretty far. And like at this like now we're like being chased. Like the apiary is like starting to send folks after us. Apparently it's like real serious if you like just decide to go off and do your own thing. They don't allow that. Because they sending like machines with guns against us.
So
Come down.
according to Wikipedia, they have like some anti-gravity boots
Hmm.
and so they don't have a gun to protect themselves with.
I mean, they have like these gloves that they could like do some like energy blast, and then they like punch and kick stuff.
Hmm. Are you going or so you haven't played It Takes Two yet?
Mm-mm. No, but we talked about it last night, and it's like when we beat this game, we'll probably jump into It Takes Two.
And then Split Endings, what about that game?
I don't know. I've never heard of that one. Split
Of
endings.
course you haven't because you don't watch video game trailers. Like for
Mm-mm.
instance, have you seen the Fable video game trailer yet?
I haven't. Ooh, that sounds good. I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull it up right now.
Demarcus, pause. I have talked about the Fable video game trailer multiple times on this podcast, so why haven't you seen it yet?
Mm.
So you want to live react to the Fable video game trailer right now?
Oh, we can do it. I feel like that could be a Patreon thing. Like, let's react to
Okay.
some things on
All right.
Patreon.
All
Yeah, let's
right.
do that.
All
On
right.
Patreon, hey, on Patreon, you can get me the the pull up some video game trailers and we can like react to them.
All right. So and we are recording the Patreon today, right?
We are doing a Patreon today. Yes, sir.
Great, great. So let me go ahead and end this segment. Go to the next segment because you know how DeMarcus gets when he's tired.
I mean, you know how I am about time, Jared. We keep talking about this all the time, and
Okay.
now that we
All
doing
right.
two episodes
Well,
a day, I'm gonna be on you about this time, brother.
we have to record and we can't be too focused on it because we want authentic conversations. But
We can
any
have authentic conversations and still be conscious of time. Um, but yeah, like let's take a quick break, jump into today's episode. Welcome y'all to another great episode of Black Geek Energy. Can't hear nothing you saying, Jared.
yes, you can. Why can't you hear
I,
me?
I couldn't. I just saw you like bobbing up and down.
All right.
Say the thing, Jared.
Say what thing?
The thing to jump us into the episode before the break.
No, you just said it, whatever that was. It was very,
I said, welcome to another episode. So you got to say the other thing.
oh, VGEN.
There we go. Golly, man.
No,
It's like
I
it's
don't
the first
say
fucking
that.
time.
Because I
It's like
don't
it's the
say
first
that.
time.
Did we
But
switch roles?
we gotta like, you know what I'm saying? We
Oh
gotta
my God.
adapt.
Commercial.
We gotta be able to adapt, Jared.
Oh my God. BGE commercial? It's Jared here, and before we go more in depth with our geeky discussions, I want to talk to you about something important. Life's an epic quest, full of twists and turns. But guess what? We got a partner for you in this adventure, BetterHelp. You heard it right. BetterHelp.com will connect you with a licensed therapist who gets it. Whether you're battling real life feelings or just need someone to chat with, BetterHelp is your quest guide. So, fellow geeks, go to betterhelp.com/BGEpod. As a listener, you get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BGEpod. Because leveling up your mental health is just as important as saving the universe. BetterHelp, because even heroes need support. And we are back with Black Geek Energy. I am your hostess with the mostest, Jardo. And
Yeah, and my name is D Marcus, and the D this week is for disappointed because I've had a very disappointing week, as I mentioned earlier. But
mm, yeah,
not gonna let it
we
get
are
you,
disappointed
not gonna let
with
it
you,
get me down.
DeMarcus.
Gonna turn it around, and we're gonna keep on moving.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? What are we talking about today, Jared?
We don't have a game today? An activity?
Oh yeah, we do have a game
Oh
today.
my God. I
We
mean, we don't
gotta
have to
get,
do
we
it.
got a giggity game.
Okay.
All right, and this is like a trivia game, and I'll go ahead and explain the rules as I always do for our first time listeners. So for trivia, it's real simple. Demarcus asks the questions, judges the answers. Each question is worth 1 point. And Jared, there are 10 questions today, so you need 7 points to win. But it's a pretty easy game, and I think you are as a seasoned, as a veteran, as an OG anime watcher, it's gonna be cakewalk for you. So I'm gonna call this game "Who's That?" This trivia game "Who's That?" or maybe "Where They From?" So I have a list of anime characters' names, and you just got to tell me the anime that they come from.
Okay.
Sounds easy?
No, because I don't know none of these names.
It's okay because you do know these names, and I chose some really easy ones. I chose some like a little obscure ones, but they're all pretty. I think you know all their names. We've talked
Okay.
about all of these anime on the show.
All right.
All right, and there's no
Let's
time
go.
limit, so
Okay.
you can take your time.
I
Whatever.
mean, if I know it, I know it. If I don't, I don't. So
Sure. I mean, if that's how you want to look at it. All right. We're gonna start with number one. Are you ready for number one?
ready. And how many are
Uh,
there?
there are 10. You
Oh
need
Lord.
7 to win.
Seven. Okay, cool.
7. Hold on, I'm trying to get my hands together. There we go. 7.
All right.
The flip video be throwing me. So number one, Shoto Todoroki.
Oh, Todoroki.
Hmm.
Isn't that My Hero Academia?
That is correct. That's one in the bag, Jared. Good
Okay.
job. Good job. Number two, a little more obscure, Momon of Darkness.
I don't know. Moment of Darkness.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know. DeMarcus, I read comics, manga.
This character, this is an alias actually for the main character of this show.
Oh. And do I watch this show?
I think you've watched it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see
I
it.
talk about it a lot. I really enjoy this show.
Oh, it's a DeMarcus C show. Oh.
You don't want to take a guess?
Is it Shangri-La Frontier?
It is not Shangri-La Frontier.
Hmm.
Mm. Uh,
What is it?
it was Overlord.
Okay. So I should
Yeah,
have known
yeah,
that.
yeah. You should have. Yeah. All right. Nezuko Kamado.
Nezuko, that name sounds familiar.
Mm, mm.
That name sounds familiar. Nezuko. Can I get a hint?
Mm. I don't think you deserve a hint for this one because this is like a big show. This is like one of the
Yeah.
big ticket anime shows right now.
Right now, is
Hmm.
it Dan?
No, it's Demon Slayer.
I don't know those little names in Demon Slayer.
Jared, you just said the name sounds familiar. Obviously, you do know the
I mean, it sounds
names.
familiar. The
Anyway,
only name I know is the main guy.
okay. What's the main guy's name?
The crybaby guy
What's his name?
is I don't know, Deku.
That's also My Hero Academia. All right, Jared.
What's his name
Ooh, this is
for
gonna be a rough
real?
one.
I told you I don't know these
It's
names.
gonna be a rough one. All right,
Wait,
this
what's
one.
his name for real in Demon Slayer?
His name is Tanjiro Kamado.
Tanjiro. Okay.
All right.
Tanjiro and his sister Danjiro.
No, Tanjiro and his sister Nezuko. Anyway, next one, number four.
Okay.
Uh, Guts, the Black Swordsman.
Oh, that was Berserk.
Yeah, I didn't think you was gonna get that one, Jerry. That's crazy. You got Berserk,
I've
which
never
hasn't
seen,
had a new season or
and
it,
I've never seen an episode of Berserk or read it.
but you know, wow.
Somehow I know that.
But you've seen so many episodes of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, well, it's like, I respect it, but they don't really do magic. It's just special effects. So
Hmm.
I don't really respect it.
All right. Uh Megumi Fushiguro.
Oh, Megumin. Megumin.
Hmm. Another big ticket anime.
Bleach.
And that's a good
No.
guess. That's a good guess. You want to try again?
Yes.
Okay.
Megumin. Neguzo.
Megumi Fushiguro.
Fushiguro. I'm gonna say, I guess, One Piece.
No. That's from JJK, everybody's favorite. The one everybody loves but no one understands.
Definitely not my favorite with all that math
Jujutsu
going
Kaisen.
on.
All the what going on?
Math. Definitely not my favorite.
All that man. What the hell?
The ending of that anime, of that manga, was so confused. I was like, what in the
Like,
world is
what is all
going
this
on?
for?
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
understand any of that.
all right, so this next one is that might be kind of hard. Um,
Mhm.
Hollow, or in the show pronounced Horo, the wolf.
Okay. Bleach.
Mm-mm. No,
Oh,
I'll give you a second guess, and I'll
okay.
give you a hint if you want one.
Yeah, give me a hint.
The hmm. I'll tell you a little bit about this anime. So this anime is about a merchant who's like traveling around the world just trying to make money, and he meets a wolf goddess named Holo.
Oh, oh, that little uh they it was a remake of a anime that was from a long time ago, a remake or a redo.
Hmm.
And I wasn't watching this because it wasn't like interesting. And she's like a demigod or something. It was like,
Hmm.
I don't know, the wolf and the something. I don't know. I don't know what
Mm.
this anime is. I wasn't interested. I didn't watch it. So
Mm. Mm. But you never watched the Red Berserk, but you knew Guts off top.
well,
So I
you
don't think
hear
that's a good
but
excuse.
you hear guts a lot
I don't
because of
think
the
that's
violence. And
I don't
and
think that's a
then
good
and then I
excuse.
saw a death battle on guts.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. All right, we'll just go ahead and skip that one.
But what
Next.
was it for the listeners?
Oh, it's called Spice and Wolf.
Yeah, Spicy
Hello from
Wolf.
Spice and Wolf.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Ain't
Hmm.
nobody watching that mess.
I did watch Spice and Wolf. It's actually pretty good. It's actually a very very low key anime.
Ain't nobody's watching a low-key
A
anime.
very calming watch. Folks watch slice of life anime all the time, so
Name one. Name one person that watches
name one
Spice of
person who
Life.
watched slice of life anime.
Yeah.
Jared Fella,
Who?
you
I
nigga.
don't watch Slice of Life anime.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Boy love anime is slice of life.
It's not Slice of Life when they get hot and heavy in the dorm room. Like
That's slice of life.
that's
That's a
dramatics.
spicy slice of life.
No, that's dramatics. That's dramatics.
Anyway, next one, number seven, Jared. Rim, affectionately called Rimuru by the main character of this show. This
Remu Ren,
Rim. The character's name is Rim, but the main character of the show calls them Rimuru.
Shangri-La Frontier.
Jared, this is I'm gonna give you another guess. This is your favorite show. You talk about it all the time.
Oh, ReZero.
Yes, it is ReZero. Jesus. Don't even know,
Jesus.
don't even know the characters from your own favorite show.
I know the main character Subaru. That's all
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. Subaru.
All right. Saitama.
One Punch Man.
Absolutely. Good job. Good job.
Hmm.
Levi Ackerman.
That is Attack on Titan.
That is correct. That is Attack on Titan. Um, and the last one here, um, Kenshin Himura.
Hmm, that is Bleach.
I'm gonna give you another shot on that one.
That is Bleach because it's the guy who has the little spikes hair and he has the sword and
Mm,
he
mm. His name is Zaraki Kenpachi.
mhm.
Um,
And what did you say?
Kenshin Himura.
Okay, well, do I watch this anime?
It is a very famous anime. It is a classic anime. I don't think it was ever like one of the big three or anything for its time, but it's definitely classic. It was definitely on Cartoon Network back in the day. Folks knew about it. Cross-shaped scar.
Gundam Wing.
No, this is Rurouni Kenshin.
I know nothing about that show.
You have heard of Rurouni Kenshin,
I mean, I've
The
heard of it,
Wandering
but
Samurai,
yeah,
Samurai X.
definitely heard of it. It didn't have magic in it, so totally went in one ear, out the other.
Jared, you are 1 point shy of the win,
Okay.
and it would probably be more if I wasn't so generous in this game.
All
Jared,
right.
Jared, sometimes you really disappoint me because
Oh,
this
that
game,
was it. Okay,
that's
cool.
it. That's all the question. That was number 10.
All right.
Sometimes you really disappoint me, Jared, because like
I
these,
disappoint you. Why?
because
Because you should know by now. I don't
you
know
say you
this.
watch anime.
And I watch it all the time. I watched it today.
All right, let me give you a bonus question then.
Okay.
Let me give you a bonus question because you can turn it into a win right now.
Okay.
Um, what anime is the character Usagi Tsukino from?
Usagi Sukino?
You can switch it around. Tsukino Usagi.
Sukino Usagi. Like which way is it? Like I need to know the
No, you don't. No, because it does not make a difference.
okay,
Because
give
it's
me a
also one
hint.
of your favorite anime and that you watch all the time and that you've talked about multiple times.
Usagi Sukino.
Tsukino. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong, but still, you know who I'm talking about. And when I say it, you gonna kick yourself.
Usagi is
It might be
I
pronounced
think you
Usagi.
are. I think you're saying it wrong, but
Yeah, it might be. It
sounds
might be
like
pronounced Usagi. It might be pronounced Usagi.
and I think and is that Sailor Moon?
That is Sailor Moon. That's right, Jared.
Yeah, you're saying it wrong. I don't
Okay,
know. I
how's
don't know
it?
how to say it, but
Oh, but you
I
know
know
I'm
it's
saying
not
it
saying it like
wrong.
that. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah, you are saying it wrong.
Okay.
Usagi.
We'll give you the soft win on this one, Jared.
I mean, it's a big win because I answered
It's
all your
definitely a soft because
questions.
you needed a bonus question to win and hella hints
I
to
didn't
even
need a
get to
bonus
six.
question to win. You gave me a bonus question, and with that bonus question, I win. I didn't need it to win because I'm always a winner. In fact, DeMarcus, we need to go back in history and rewrite the history books. I have never actually lost a game. So
Then
we
what
need
has
to make
happened
sure.
when you do not meet the criteria for the victory, especially when we have a guest on and the guest
Hmm.
outplays
Hmm.
you in the games on your own show?
Okay.
What are we calling it then?
All right, so what happens that time is the unfair treatment, is the unfair editing of this show, and it
Who does the
is
editing?
the first. Can I finish my statement? Can
I
I
mean,
please
yeah,
finish
but
my
I just
statement?
want to make this clear. I just want to make
Can
a
I?
point of clarity
But can I
because you
finish
said
my
unfair
statement?
editing, and I just want to know
Yes,
who does the editing for
yes.
Black Business.
Well, the editing is twofold. First, you have to go in there and you have to actually edit it, and then it's the actual people who are talking. So if both of those segments of editing aren't conjointly together, then what do you get? You get unfair editing on my part, and it makes me appear to be the loser. But I'm never a loser at any of these games. I've always won. I always will win. And that's the bottom line in the story. So on
Hmm.
today's
Because Stone Cold
episode,
said so. Okay.
because Stone Cold said so. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Uh,
What show is he from?
WWF.
mm, WCW, but okay.
He is not from WCW.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He's from WWF. I watched Stone Cold Steve Austin live. He is not from WCW. Yeah. Yeah, look it up.
I am.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Mm. He's currently signed to WWE.
And he was always signed to WWF.
Mm.
He was never in WCW.
Okay, you're right. Debuted in W.
Exactly.
You're right.
I
You're right
know
about
I'm
this.
right. I'm always
Okay.
right on this show.
No, you're
I've
not,
never
Jared.
been
Let's
wrong
stop.
on
Let's
this
stop right
show.
now. You're not always right. You're right about this.
When have I
You're
been
right
wrong?
about.
When
You're
have I
right
been
about Sailor
wrong?
Moon.
When have I been
You're right.
wrong?
Usagi. When you said fucking Nezuko was
Don't
from
make up
Bleach,
stuff, DeMarcus. Don't make up stuff
when
because
you
the listeners
said
can actually go back
Megumi
and listen to it.
Fushiguro was from Bleach,
Okay, well, he is from Bleach. I don't think that you know every character in that show.
in which show? Bleach?
Bleach.
I don't know every character. You're right. I don't know.
Exactly,
I
exactly.
don't know
And you
every
know who
character, but
does?
I know enough characters to know which ones are and are not from Bleach.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Anyway,
Because most of the characters are not even named in Bleach.
Jared.
Right. So in today's episode, we are going to discuss the winter
You spring.
2025.
The
No, it's winter now.
winter would have been the anime that started in what,
No, that's fall.
that's fall.
Yes.
Because fall season is what month to what month?
Um, Fall season ended in November, December. So, no, it had to end in December because
Mm,
we're currently on
okay.
episode 3 or 4 in January. So,
Okay.
fall, what's like again, me being right. Me being
Okay.
right all the time.
It's not you being right all the time.
No, that is me being right all the time. So we're
So,
going to talk about the winter 2025 season of anime. But
hmm
first, I want to look back at the fall 2024 season
hmm
to see if we watched these shows and what we thought of it. First show on my list is something called Using Make. What is that? Using Mayfang? I don't know. I can't read my writing. Let's see. Maki.
Uzumaki? Uzumaki?
Yeah, Uzumaki. Yeah,
Was that the
that
scary one?
yeah, it's supposed to be. It's currently on um Toonami and it wasn't good at all.
Mm.
Besides the first episode.
Oh, you watched it? You watched it all?
Yeah, it was just 4 episodes.
Okay. Were they
Yeah.
like an hour each?
No,
Mm.
no, 22 minutes.
Mm.
Next was Bleach. How are we enjoying
Mm.
Bleach? Or how did
I
we
did
enjoy
enjoy
Bleach?
I did enjoy Bleach. I enjoyed Bleach a lot. I said it's kind of devolved. It had kind of devolved into like just like fight after fight after fight, but like toward the end of the season, they did start giving us more story. Like, why are these people here? Where are they coming from? What are their motivations? Which is the part that I really like. I really enjoy character development and story writing and world building. And so they did a bit more of that. And I was really and I thought this when they first introduced Uryu, Ishida being on the side of the Ewok. Is it Ewok? Ewok, however they pronounce his name. When they first introduced him being on his side, I was like, oh, I was like, he's only on his side so that he can kill him. And that's what it was. That's exactly what had happened. He was like, he found his
That's
granddad's
not
journal.
what you said. That's
What did
not
I
what
say?
you said. You said, didn't we already do this before?
Yeah,
I'm tired of
that's what I
this
said.
going
That is what I
back.
said. But what I'm saying just now is that I thought in my
Mhm,
head,
mhm.
I did not express it out loud that
Oh, I mean, that's convenient.
however you want to look at
I
it.
mean, it's convenient, right? Because you didn't expect it out loud, but you had this little inkling of a thought in the back of your
Hmm
brain
I
about,
did.
all right, yeah, very
I did.
convenient for you.
Sure. Um, but yeah, so I thought I was like this guy, he's doing some shit right now. And
Hmm.
and that's exactly what was going on. He found his little granddad's journal, and he was like, "Yo, the king of the Quincy is a dick," and he just be like, and then they went back, they retconned a little bit, and they was like, and they kind of hinted at the reason Ichigo's mom died, the reason um the reason Uryu's mom died is because the king of the Quincy like stole their power and killed them.
Mm.
And I'm like, that's not a bad retcon, but like the way y'all have depicted these scenes in the past didn't have none of this shit in it. It left no room for this.
Yeah, yeah.
But still a good season. Still a good season for Bleach.
A very
Um,
good season. It's a
the only
Genre
thing I
Award
didn't
for
like.
Best Anime.
Say
Oh,
what
go
now?
ahead. It was a Genre Award for Best Anime, so I think that we all know how I feel about it. But
Hmm.
go ahead about what
The
you
only
didn't
thing I
like.
didn't like is how long they was fighting the messenger, the messenger guy who was like, "Oh, I'm God's messenger and I can't be killed."
I loved
Like
it.
he had like three forms, and I was like, I'm sick of this dude.
I loved
And
every bit of it.
what really, and it might have, it's partly my fault because I fell asleep, I woke back up, and they was fighting like a different thing who had like a bird head, and I was like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, yeah. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. All right. Well, we already know about that. Not going to waste a lot of time, and we can't waste a lot of time on these 2024 anime.
Hmm.
But going back to see if we watch it all, Shangri-La Frontier, I watched the
Mm.
whole thing.
I watched the whole thing,
Okay.
and there's a
And
new season.
yeah, oh, it's a new season out now?
That's what I saw.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta look that up. But I kind of like waiting a while for Shangri-La Frontier so I can go back and watch like a whole bunch of episodes at once.
Hmm.
ReZero was really good. It wasn't as good as the first season, wasn't as good as the second season. They are going down, but I will say it was still really good. I hope that the second part of the third season is much better than the
First part.
yeah, the first part because if it isn't, I may not be going back to ReZero.
I've
Very
been watching
sorry.
ReZero, but like I told you before, I had to like start rewatching it, and so I'm at the part where they're like in like the fairy forest or something like that, and
Ooh,
he's
that's
facing
good.
like all the rabbits and stuff, and
Mm.
it's kind of confusing, and I'm just like, I think this is around the part where I like fell off last time, but I'm gonna push through, Jared. I'm gonna push
Yeah.
through.
I was Sword Out Online Alternative.
Gun Gale Online. I haven't finished it, but it is good. I would say about halfway through. I'm on episode 5.
You're not
Uh,
halfway through there.
I mean, because it's only what 12 episodes.
Yeah, that's not
I
halfway.
said
Six would be.
about halfway through.
Oh, okay.
About halfway through.
So why haven't you finished it?
Um, I think it was just because I was like doing so much traveling.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, and I don't really watch my main anime while I'm traveling. This time when I was traveling, I tried to, but like people be distracting me, and that's why I would like to watch it by myself or like with one other person because niggas don't be respecting my anime time.
Dang, you need to kick them out. All right. Demon Lord 2099. I watched a lot of it. I still have the final two episodes left. It's pretty good. That was pretty good. I
Hmm.
really liked how the Demon Lord actually became a streamer for
Hmm.
the streaming and yeah, it was very, 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 very good. I still have two episodes. The
Hmm.
healer who was banished from his party. How was that?
Let me find that one on my list here.
Uh-oh.
Mm. I'm a little more than halfway through on that one. I'm on
Okay.
episode 7. Uh,
Okay.
and I think I enjoyed it in the beginning, but it's kind of getting kind of
Mm.
flat, you know? I think this is one of those anime, it feels like a lower budget anime, and it definitely comes through that way. It's enjoyable, but it's definitely like second tier, third tier anime. Like I'm gonna watch it when I don't have nothing else to watch.
Dan to Dan was very good once you got to, well, the action was
Amazing.
so
Amazing.
amazing. The action
Amazing.
was so amazing. And
And
then of course you got to episode 7 and you got all the
yeah.
emotions. Oh, you finally saw episode
I
7.
mean, when you had asked me about it, I had already seen it, and I just didn't know what number it was. You was, and I, you know what? And I didn't get like it was a sad episode. I did not feel as sad, and I did not cry. So when you use those descriptors, I was like, I don't know what episode you're talking about. But when I went back and watched episode 7, I was like, oh, this is the one where they're talking about the little girl, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it was like it was a sad episode. Like, don't you have a heart? Don't you have a soul?
yeah, and that just didn't speak to my soul.
So did you? Wow. Okay. So did you see the entire season of Dan to Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Finished Dan Dan.
Okay. Okay. And A plus? How would you rank it? Five
Yeah, yeah,
stars?
I mean, very good, very good. And like, I was reluctant with Dan to Dan early on. I was like, I was like, I don't know about, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really enjoy this because it seems like really silly, but it was really on point.
You
And
like silly stuff though.
I do, but I don't like it to get too silly. I like for it to be grounded in something. And it didn't feel like Dan to Dan was, but after watching the whole thing, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It actually um creeped me out at the beginning because of all the pedophilia.
I
But
remember you saying that, yeah.
yeah, somehow I stuck through it and I'm not ashamed of that. All right, how
Mhm.
was Blue Exorcist season 3, season 4?
I finished that one too. Blue Exorcist season 3, part 1, because they do have a part 2 that is starting now. That has already started for the winter's 2025. But Blue Exorcist it wasn't the best season of Blue Exorcist. I would definitely say that season 1 and 2 are definitely better than it's season 3, part 2 actually.
Yeah, it's part
Um,
2.
yeah, season 3, part 2. And now they're going to season 3, part 3, which is, man, why don't they just make it season 1, 2, 3, and 4? Season 3, 4, 5, because that's kind of annoying. All
Yeah.
these splitting stuff in parts that you're just trying to milk stuff for money, man. Like give us the shit. Anyway, um, Beyond the Snow. So this season was all about um crap, I can't remember. Yukio is one of the people, and I can't remember the other guy's name. But I think the one with the glasses, the twins, the main characters. The one has the sword and the demon fire and everything. The other one, this season was all about like his power developing, and he eventually like turns traitor at the end of the season. I think the next season is going to be really good. I want to see more of his power develop because I feel like they gave us a peek at it early on in the season, and then they like focused on a bunch of different other stuff. So I want to see them really dive into like the younger brother's powers and how they work. But it was decent. It was decent enough to pull me in. I finished it.
Yeah, all right. Um, that's good. And how was Let This Grieving Soul
Retire.
Retire?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Uh, that one kind of I would say it's on the same tier as the healer who was banished. It kind of gets kind of flat in the middle there. And I don't know. It's just. It feels low budget. It feels like they came in, they did a solid job, and they just didn't like reach for more. It didn't like blow my mind. It was just like, oh, okay, this is another anime that I would definitely watch, but like watch it like when I'm not watching something else. Like if it was dubbed and it was on Netflix, I would have watched it. I would have watched it all.
Okay. And how was Mechadim Mechanical Arms?
Mecha Ude, Mechanical
Uday
Arm.
Mechanical Arms. How was that?
That one's pretty good. That one does actually try to reach and like be a better anime than it is, but it falls a
Mhm.
little short.
Oh,
I only got to episode 7, so I'm not quite done yet. A little more than halfway. Mm, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't get enough. I don't really understand like why the world is the way it is in that anime, so I'm less invested. Like,
mhm.
why do they have these mechanical arms coming down from space? Why are people like trying to enslave them? Why does it matter? Um, yeah, I
They
just need more answers to my questions. I need a little bit more world building in that anime to really be invested.
they say that the first part of that anime aired like 10 or so years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll go back and try to find that.
And finally, how is Reborn Dragon Life?
Another one of those animes like would be better on Netflix and dubbed. Yeah, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that one.
All right, so reaching into today's bag, we're going to talk about some of the winter 2025 anime that we are watching. First, let me get it out the way. Solo Leveling is back. Solo Leveling is back. Oh, goodness, all that. Oh, everyday flapping. Oh, goodness. Okay, so Solo Leveling is back. He finally got the powers to summon and this is the part of the manga when I was reading it, when he was like, "Man, I don't really know why all these girls like me because I'm so cute and everything, and I didn't really know any of this." So, but this is also the part where he, climbs the tower and he's
Hmm.
getting the stuff for his mom, and
Hmm.
all the people around the world are starting to take notice of him.
Hmm.
And this is the part in every Korean manga that that you really have to look out for, because this is the part where they um realize that they can become gods. Because
Mm.
that's, spoiler alert, that's the ending to all these Korean mangas that reading. They all become gods at the end. Like
Mm.
it's no type of any. He becomes a god, Gamer becomes a god, Solo Necromancy becomes a god, Solo Sorcerer becomes a god. They all become gods at the end. So this is where he comes to find out that he has the potential to become a god. And it's just nice to see his power work in animated form. So how are you liking Solo Necromancy?
Solo leveling.
Leveling, sorry.
I did enjoy Solo Leveling. I'm excited for the next season. I told you I've been listening to the audiobook. And I'm like way ahead in the audiobook. I'm on like book what 5 or 6 or something like that.
Mhm.
So I'm like almost done. I'm excited to see the story animated that I already know. And I think this is probably this. I'm afraid that I'll be less interested in it because I already know what's going to happen.
No, no.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested still to see it animated.
Hmm.
Like yeah, like when you saw the or have you watched any of this season?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, when I saw the fight when he was fighting against the uh the ice elf
Hmm.
um long time ago. That was a really good fight to see, and it's also
Hmm.
good to relive those memories in a different medium. So I didn't
You're
think
right.
that at
You're right.
all.
So maybe I'll get some of the nostalgia effect.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Let me go again. Another anime that I am watching is Ubel Platz, right? Ubel Blatt. Let me make sure it's called this. Ubel Blatt.
Ooblat?
No, Ubel Blatt.
Okay.
Why are you
I
trying
don't.
to correct me? You don't even know
I'm
what
not
this
trying to
is.
correct you. I'm I'm trying to help.
It's called Ubel Blatt.
Hmm.
And this is about, I don't really know what this is about because I'm only see the first episode. And this is about, this fighter who is trying to rescue these or this refugee, and he has amazing fighting ability. The action
Hmm.
was good. That's all I know. I only saw one episode. There are 2 episodes out now, and I'm interested enough to watch the second one. That's all I know.
Mm.
That's all I know.
Okay. Okay. And he's like
Yeah.
an elf or something?
An elk?
Elf.
Yeah.
Elf. Elf.
Yeah, he does have the ears as an elf.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Is that one on Crunchy?
I don't think so. I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Okay.
All right, now, what are you watching for winter 2025?
Well, aside from the big names that we just mentioned, I have a few things on my list that I'm going to try out.
Now, like, say what you have seen so far.
Oh, I haven't really started. Well, I've only seen like one episode of Blue Exorcist uh so far. That's the only thing I've seen for the new season because I've been like wrapping up my 2024 anime. Mm,
Okay, well, I have some more before you start going into your grab bag.
hold on now. Let
Cause
me at
you,
least get one off. Let me at least get one off, Jared.
okay.
Um, for all of my fans of the Fate Stay Night of the Fate series, the Fates IP. They have a new something coming out, Fate Strange Fate. Let me see if they I can give you a little bit of premise. So Holy Grail War, as it always is. Um, Years have passed. It's the fifth Holy Grail War in Japan. Another Holy Grail War in the Western American city of Snowfield. Yeah.
So, Marcus, were you aware that this was an episode we were going to do?
Yeah.
Okay. But you haven't watched any of these.
No, not yet. But I feel like that's how it always. I feel like that's how I start a lot of the new seasons. Like I'll maybe watch like one episode of some stuff, and other stuff is like it's on my list, and I just haven't checked it out yet. But I'm excited about it. I liked Face Day Night. Then they came out with another one after that that I wasn't really into. But yeah, I'm gonna check this one out and see what's happening. Me and Gordon used to watch Fate Stay Night together. We used to like get together every Saturday or whatever and watch it.
Oh, oh. Well, I need you to be a little more, you know,
Mm.
interested in this show. Um, Another show that I am watching, although this, okay, let me just say this. This season has not been a good season for me to watch anime because I'm
Mm.
not interested in like anything.
Mm.
So, like you, there are two anime that I want to watch, but I want to check out, but I haven't seen yet. But I am going to get that at the end of this list. But right now,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about Headhunted to Another World from
Mm.
Salaryman to Big Four.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the Salaryman comes to another world and he comes to this world. He's summoned to this other world to do like mergers and acquisitions for this
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
demon. And
Mm-hmm.
I hung in there. I watched 3 episodes. I'm not watching this show because I don't want to see this person do mergers and acquisitions for this demon lord, and everybody around him has power, and we don't see the battles. We don't see know anything about it. So
It
no,
sounds like it sounds like it could go the way of Sasuke and Peeps, where like
No, because Sasuke had powers.
well, yeah, but like Peeps had most of the powers, and Sasuke was just like the manager and would just like do like mergers and acquisitions and like the business end of stuff.
But they both have powers.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
But it sounds like it could go that direction.
it does, but it didn't in the first 3 episodes, so I'm not watching it.
Okay.
Another one that I am watching, and I'm gonna write it on this list is I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Now, this one
Mm.
also, it's not that great, but I'm gonna watch it because there just isn't anything really good to watch this season. Um, and yeah, I am just hanging in there. So basically, she's a guild receptionist. She likes to work, but she likes her government job at the guild, but she
Mm-hmm.
also likes to not work overtime. And
Hmm.
working overtime is the main the main factor in her not being or in her going to solo these bosses. And
Have you
so
already watched
she
the episode of this?
I watched 1 episode of it.
Yeah.
So she goes to solo this boss and she gets caught. And the guy finds her via
Hmm.
his, his keen eye. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the second episode of this. I'm gonna watch at least 3 episodes like I did with the Headhunter. But yeah, it doesn't really look like I'm going to be sticking in there for the long run. But I may be good receptions, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. That seemed interesting.
Okay, okay. Um, I've started watching this one, Sakamoto Days. Um, and I think you might have mentioned this one before as like an upcoming anime in an earlier episode, but and I said it sounds a lot like um The Way of the House Husband, where the Yakuza guy becomes like a house husband. And it is like that. And I was watching it with my girl, and she was like, "Oh, like this is really cute." And it is like a really cute, like laid back anime to watch, where like this hitman who who was once like the greatest hitman in the world has now become like a shop, like a corner, a convenience store owner and operator, and he has like a family and stuff. So he's doing stuff now like buying meat buns for for the family to share, but then like somebody being chased by assassins or being chased by gangsters runs through and like ruins it, and so now he's got to like try to get more meat buns and stuff, and save the person who's being chased, I guess. But yeah, like really cute anime, really fun to watch. Like you don't have to put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, so they really like this anime. I mean, not this anime, this manga. They talk
Hmm.
about it a lot in the Discord, and they really have been bigging up this anime since the first trailer has been announced. Are you
Hmm.
watching it dubbed or subbed?
Dubbed.
Yeah, yeah, I need Matt Mercer's voice. I need Matt Mercer's
Ooh,
voice.
Matt Mercer's. I didn't even peep that he was voice. He's voicing the main character.
Hmm.
Wow, I love that. I love that, and because I love Matt Mercer.
But yeah, this is a good one.
Hmm.
Well, like you said, the house husband or whatever anime, it is
Hmm.
like that, but and I was about to be like, I'm not watching this, but the fact that the every main character who comes in there looking to partner up with him again, the fact that he is also clairvoyant, that makes
No,
things
there's
interesting.
another character that's clairvoyant. He's not clairvoyant himself.
Yeah, that's what I
Hmm.
said, the every man character, everyday man character. That's what I said.
Mm.
But yeah, he's clairvoyant, and that's makes it interesting to me. So yeah, definitely got to keep watching that. Again, there was only one episode released, and
Hmm.
I think that
I
this is
think there
going
are
to
two
be
out
one good
now.
one. Yeah, there's two out today.
Mm.
Mhm.
I don't know. Okay, well, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I haven't really been watching anything else, but there are two, three that I want to watch. The first one is Anyway, I'm falling in love with you. This manga is I think it's a BL anime. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not sure, but I think it's a BL anime. Because I was watching something on uh what's that called? TikTok, a review, and they said something about the one character is feeding another character some broccoli. So I was like, oh, that's
Hmm.
cute. But then this is the first time I am looking at these pictures, and yeah, these pictures are a whole bunch of men and one girl. So I don't
Mm.
know.
Reverse harem.
I don't know. I don't know about this. This is not looking good. But it says in the year 2020, and Mizuru is having the worst 17th birthday ever. Her parents forgot it's her birthday, and she still can't seem to get close to the singer she likes. And all her school trips and tournaments are canceled thanks to a new disease going around. She's
Hmm.
convinced she'll never have the kind of youth she's always dreamed of until her friend Kizuki asked her out, and I am not watching this anime.
Mm. You're not gonna watch it?
No, it's
Why are we
not
talking about it?
because I was on TikTok and they was like,
Mm.
um,
Quick side note: how do you feel about the downfall of TikTok? The
yes,
banning of TikTok?
yeah, it's unbanned today.
Oh, it's unbanned.
Yeah.
Oh, because I did see that Biden was not going to enforce the ban.
No,
He's leaving it up to Trump.
that by is not enforcing the ban. They still shut it down and apparently according to them, according to TikTok, they are now in cahoots with Trump. So
Mm.
so they have pressed the on switch and yeah. But I
Mm.
was actually on TikTok watching Terry Joe as it went down.
Hmm.
And it was funny. They're like, it's going down. Don't click, don't click back because if you click back, you can't, you cannot come back. But yeah, um, back to Anyway I Fell in Love with You. According to Google, is a typical showho romance focused on a female protagonist and her developing feelings for her childhood friends, making it a heterosexual relationship. I am not watching that because it sounds stupid.
Mm. But what if like the guys in the harem start to fall in love with each other?
Well, guess I'll never find out about it.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
But I like Boy Love. I liked the
Mm.
anime that has, as I've mentioned in the past, about the movie, the filmmaking group, and I would just like to watch another Boy Love anime, but that won't be
Hmm.
it. So yeah, next.
Mm. 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 Okay. I am going to put to you one that I'm really excited about, Far Magia. Uh, so Jerry, you might be interested in this one. This one does have magic in it. It's basically in the title.
Hmm.
The farmers known as Far Magia raise monsters under the peaceful rule of Magus Dilaculum.
Okay.
But after the Magus passes, the power struggle erupts among forces using monsters to seize control. The Farmagia 10 and his friends band together against the despotic ruler Glaza. So it's basically folks raising monsters trying to fight this ruler, trying to fight this other guy who wants to like rule the world. So yeah, I think it could be fun. I think it looks like it'll be a fun anime to watch. It kind of has, looking at the art, the cover art, it kind of has a what's that one called? Fairy tale, a fairy tale,
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
a fairy tale esque kind of art style. But
Hmm.
I'm interested. I'll give it a couple of episodes and see what's up.
Yeah, report back
I'll
because
report
yeah,
back.
because I've heard mixed things. I've heard mixed
Mm.
things about this. About people not seeing it because it's like the same and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Report back to me
I will.
and let me know.
I will.
So live on air.
Live on air.
I just found a anime to watch that features boy love,
Mm.
and it is called Ban Vampire, and it's about an anime.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. It's about a hold on, let me go to it. A 450-year-old ancient vampire named Ranmaru who
Hmm.
decides to have a part-time job at an old public bathhouse to keep his eye on the 15-year-old Rihiru Tatsuno. That doesn't sound good. This is like some pedophilia.
Hmm.
Why would you? I'm
When
not
they say,
watching that.
Jerry, everybody thinks that like the homosexuals are all after the children.
Yeah, and that. isn't it either.
Yeah,
So,
it's so far from the truth. If anything, they want your granddaddy, not your child.
Marcus, keep your. All right, Demarcus. But yeah, what was the last anime that you said?
Oh no, so I'm not wrong. Great.
What was the
The
last?
okay, I do want to.
Wait, what was
Let's
the
do
last one that you said? I wasn't writing it down.
Magia.
Okay.
Yeah, I did write down Ublot, Ubelblot. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know
Uh,
how to pronounce the U's or the letters that have the two dots on them.
it doesn't have two dots on it.
It's a when I looked it up, it did. When I looked it up
Oh,
online,
okay.
isn't that called a umlaut?
Yes.
I don't know how to pronounce letters that have a umlaut.
Okay.
Anyway, I want to do a few more and then get to our questions so we can wrap up and get to our paid episode.
Okay.
All right,
Patreon.
Patreon. That's what I want. That's what it's called, the Patreon. All right, so one anime that I'm hella excited about that I'm definitely going to watch, no matter how good or bad it is, but I know it's going to be fucking good. It's on Hulu. It's called Ishura.
How do you
Uh,
spell it?
Ishura. It's the second season of Ishura, probably Ishura. Second season of Ishura, but it's a story of a world where the Demon King has been defeated, and they do not know who the hero is that defeated the Demon King. Because the Demon King got defeated, the hero disappeared, no one claimed credit for it. So there are all of these like demigod like hero I guess folks who like they could be the hero candidates, I guess. And there's this big tournament coming up where all of the heroes are gonna like fight each other. But there's all of this like unrest going on in the world as well, where like different countries are at war. There's still other things happening. Um, and so the different heroes all had different abilities. So like there's one guy called like Alice the Star Runner who's like this wyvern who's just like super fast and has all these like all this equipment that makes him strong. There's uh I don't remember any of these other ones that they're naming right here in this but there's another one who's like there's another hero who is actually like a plant. He's a what's the one like a mandrake. He's a mandrake plant and he has all of these weapons hidden inside of his body.
Did you
But
see
it's
the first season?
I did see the first season a while ago. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
And so it's all about them trying to figure out who's going to be like the top hero person. Um, yeah, and it's really good. And there's a lot of good fights. There's folks who have magic. There are folks who have guns. Um, they're like enchanted weapons or magic weapons and stuff. Yeah, it's a really good. They're like robot people. There's one girl who's like her power is that she has this like giant spider robot that she climbs into and he like hooks up to her body and she's really powerful that way. Yeah.
So, so do the viewers know who defeated the Demon King, or does
No, nobody knows.
okay?
Nobody knows.
All right, cool. That sounds like very interesting. And they just have this tournament, so it's a whole bunch of fights.
So no. They talk about the tournament a lot. They talk about like, oh, I'm going to this city so I can be in the tournament. And and you'll hear people say like, oh, you should go to the city so that you can be in the tournament. Some like leaders of cities are like, oh, you're our hero for our country. I'm telling you as the king of the country to go to the tournament because if you win it, that'll like give our country a lot of power. But like at the same time, there's all this other shit going on. Like at one point in time, like there's like a one country has like a wyvern like aerial like brigade section of their army that's just like made up of wyverns, and and I think they like revolt at some point or something like that. So it's like a lot of other shit going on. They haven't even gotten to the tournament yet. They didn't get to the tournament the whole like first season, but it just mentioned it a lot.
But there are fights in this.
But there's still a lot. There's still a lot of fights. There's still a lot of fights.
All right, that sounds
Mhm.
interesting. Finally, the last anime that I want to see this season is called Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another
Mm.
world.
This one
Basically,
sounds like Go Go Loser Ranger.
it really does. So this one is basically the Red Ranger from the Power Rangers. Well, it doesn't really, because Go-Go Loser Ranger was about the Putty Patrol
Mm-hmm.
um fighting against a corrupt Power Ranger system. But this one is the Red Ranger goes to another world as an isekai. They say it's very campy. They say it's very funny. So I'd always get this a try. So Red Ranger in another world sounds good. I haven't watched it yet. There are only 2 episodes out, and I will watch it and report back at our spring 2005 anime watch
Mm-hmm.
list.
So yeah, I think the last one I want to say is like Promise of a Wizard. The premise here is that it's an isekai, but
Don't do
this
that.
I'm just tired of isekai. Like some isekai don't even deserve to be isekai. Like you could have just started this in the different world and it would not have changed the anime at all. And I almost want to, well, no, not for that one, because that's really, it being an isekai is really important in that one. Uh but yeah, the Promise of a Wizard. So this person finds herself in like a world where there are wizards and humans, and every year this world has to face like an evil moon that wants to destroy the world, and their only hope is like this group of wizards that are appointed to protect them from this moon invasion or whatever. And this person, Akira Masaki, was summoned to this world to lead the wizards in battle. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna check that out and I'm gonna report back.
Promise of a Wizard. All
Promise
right,
of a
that
Wizard.
sounds fun. I just want to say that isekai are not all bad. There's going to be an isekai this year based on the manga that I am read. It's no, the Korean manga that I'm reading. It is called The Beginning at the End. And it is like Jobless Reincarnation, but when he tells his parents that he is an old man, and I
Mhm.
think I mentioned this on, well, I have mentioned this on this podcast before. When he tells his parents that he's an old man, his parents are like, "Excuse me? So you were a baby sucking my wife's titties as an old man?" And then they like disown him. So
Wow. Which one is this?
it's called The Beginning at the End, and it's
Mhm.
very graphic. It's extremely violent.
It's an anime?
Extreme.
Is it
Yeah.
already out? Is it
No,
coming
it's
out?
coming out. It's coming out.
Okay. The beginning at the end. I'm gonna check that
Yeah.
one.
Promise of a Wizard. But yeah, those are some of the anime that we are watching and interested in for the spring
Hmm
2025 anime season. Let us
hmm
know what you're
hmm
interested in and stay tuned after this break. We will be right
One more
back.
thing before the break. Continuing anime, Shangri-La Frontier, ReZero, One Piece, and Blue Baro.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
BGE.
Hi, everybody in BGE land. We have a Patreon now.
If you want more Black Geek energy, you can just pony up them three buckaroonies for our Patreon.
Yeah, it is
That's
$3.
that's it's a little easy cup of coffee. If you live in California, that's 2 cups. You can get half a cup of coffee and use the other $3 to pay for BGE because coffee is expensive out here for some reason.
We're like cheaper than a gallon of gas in California.
Oh, way cheaper, way like $2 cheaper.
So they need to go ahead and give us the money. Like it's not even
Yeah.
that much.
Hey, and because for our fans, for our listeners, y'all want more stuff from us. We want to give you more stuff, and it's gonna take a little capital. It's gonna take a little bit of that cheddar to make this thing spreader.
What? All right. And we're gonna have on here live D&D episodes where you can listen to the full episode of our D&D, what we talk about in the recaps, and we are going to have some insidery stuff about us.
Yeah, like BGE After Dark, where we talk about our dating lives or Jared's non-existing dating life.
Marcus.
We gonna have,
and we're gonna talk about pop culture stuff.
Yeah, BGE Pop, where we talk about stuff that's going on like right now, like who's dating who and who's gonna be playing in the next movies and stuff.
So
Jared cares about that dating stuff. I don't really care.
Wow.
I don't care about who's dating who. Like when they were like,
but it's not just who's dating who. It's like
it was like
Jonathan.
It was like Jonathan Majors dating Megan Good. Okay, so he's not Kang the Conqueror no more. That's what I care about.
Wow.
Ooh, and we're gonna do some games. We'll have like some different games and different setups and stuff. We'll like, watch.
What?
We gonna react. We gonna react to some stuff. We gonna have some reacts.
Okay, now this is all something we didn't talk about.
Maybe. All right, so still some of the stuff we still gotta discuss. I'm just throwing out there. We spitballing. I'm spitballing, bro.
Okay, so follow our Patreon so you can hear what we actually decide on. And
Jared, can we play online board games together?
How would that be fun for the listeners?
Invite people, because like if it's like a good conversation while we're playing the games, it'll be great. If it's anything like when we play D&D, it'll be fun.
All right,
we can like invite people to play board games with us.
Try to end this, because now you're just saying whatever stupidity comes into your brain.
It's not stupid.
So anyways, follow our Patreon. Listen in to see what kookiness that we come up with. VG Patreon out.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that for the Patreon.
All right, everybody, and we're back. I'll say all the ways so you can contact us at the end. But this week, I have a question for you, DeMarcus. This is from me, from Atlanta, Georgia. I want to know, what is a mythical pet's companion, familiar, and you can't say Pokemon or Digimon. X-naying those out. But what is a mythical pet that you wish you could have?
Definitely. Are we speaking in general, or should I name one specific from a show that we've seen?
Wait, what do you mean in general?
Like, could I just do you want me to just say something like, "Oh, I want a griffin," or is it like,
yeah. No.
Or is it like, I
do
want
a specific
okay,
one.
I want salamander from Black Clover, the salamander spirit.
Why?
Because it's basically a dragon, and it like grows with you, like gives you power, lets you control fire, that whole deal.
Black Clover is coming back. Did you see that?
Is it coming back this season?
It's coming back this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know it's coming back this year, but no.
If I could have one type of pets, I would choose Cerberus from Cardcaptor Sakura. And by the way, I need to watch that show that was based on Cardcaptor Sakura. It was like XXX Holic was one show, and then
is it like a spinoff of Cardcaptor Sakura, or is
it was a spin-off show. It was called Tsubasa Chronicles. Probably my favorite anime ever, Tsubasa Chronicles. Have you seen this?
I have seen some episodes of Tsubasa Chronicles. Yeah,
Tsubasa Chronicles and XXX Holic aired at the same time. Tsubasa Chronicles is the best anime besides ReZero, but ReZero isn't really doing much for me anymore. So Tsubasa Chronicles and the music. Yeah, I need to watch Tsubasa Chronicles again. I always tell myself that, but I need to do it. All right, let's go ahead and go to our question from 6 Brown Chicks. If you are ready, this is going to be a fun one, DeMarcus. What I do is I just read the first part of a question from 6 Brown Chicks, and you choose Which one of the four that you want? So here I go. Ralphie and I have been hooking up for years. Number one, I met JB at a wedding and invited him to my house. Number two, my younger sneaky link, I'm 53, she's 36, and I enjoy watching and recreating porn.
Mm,
And finally, my 19-year-old daughter quit school and is traveling with her all-female R&B jazz band, and everything in my soul is trying to prevent her from becoming an industry whore like I used to be.
mm. Um,
You need
hmm.
me to say those again?
I need to say the first two again, please.
The first two, Ralphie and I have been hooking up for years, and
Hmm.
I met JB at a wedding and invited him to my house.
I want that one. I met JB at a wedding and invited him to.
All right. I met JB at a wedding and invited him to my house. He arrived with two garbage bags of dirty clothes. He explained to me that he wanted to spend time with me, but he also needed to wash his work clothes. I thought nothing of it. He washed his clothes at my house. His male friend called him, and I overheard him say, I'll log on soon. I'm still the laundromat. After we had the best sex ever, I removed his clothes from the dryer and folded him. There
Mm,
were lots of big lacy panties. I confronted him about watching his bee's panties at my house. JB said those were his panties. He opened his phone and showed his pics in female underwear and high heels. He's not gay, but cross-dressing and chatting online with bi-curious men is his side hustle. I wear panties, talk nasty, and touch myself, and men pay to see it. If I washed my clothes at my house, my father would find me. Me, are you gay? Him. If the economy don't pick up, I could learn to be. He laughed. I did it. Good sex is hard to find, but I'm bothered that he may get a sugar daddy. How is approaching JB about only sleeping with me without chasing him away? Wait, how to approach JB about only sleeping with me without chasing him away?
this okay. Just to recap it, as we always do. So you met this dude at a wedding.
Mhm,
You invited him back to your place.
mhm.
And I guess my question is like, did you invite him back to your place right after the wedding, or was this like sometime later down the line? I'm going to assume it's the latter. Sometime
Right.
later down the line, you invite him back to your place because you said good sex is hard to find. So I imagine you've had it a couple of times to like really establish it as like this is consistent good sex. Um, and you find some panties in the wash
Mhm.
because you decide to fold his clothes when they come out the dryer, and you're like, oh, this man's gay, and I don't want that. Um, and then he explains to you that he's just a cross dresser, and he chats with men online for money. He got a little side hustle going on. He might get a sugar daddy. He tells you that he might get a sugar daddy one day. He ain't scared to be gay for pay.
Yeah.
Um, and you don't want him to do that. You want him to only have sex with you.
Mhm.
Now, I want to pay close attention to that part of the story. You, what the poster says is that I want him to only have sex with me, not that she wants a relationship with him, which are two very different things. Granted, any interactions that we have with people are a relationship. Um, you know, but this one is going to be strictly of a sexual nature, and you just don't want him to be having sex with other people.
Mhm.
Understandable. At its core, this is a simple conversation about exclusivity. And you should, if you're comfortable enough to have sex with someone, you should be comfortable enough to have a conversation with them about like, hey, I would like for our sexual lives to be exclusive. And I will add that this conversation should have happened before y'all started having sex because you knew you wanted an exclusive fuck buddy before you started having sex with this person. And I think people in general do this a lot. Like they'll start having sex with somebody and then they'd be like, oh, well, I wanted to be this way. And it's like, you knew that going in. You should have established all these rules beforehand because then people would have had a chance to like opt in or opt out. And you're not giving them that. I digress. The other parts of this where you're like, you're not sure how you feel about him, um, cross-dressing and making money online, chatting with dudes, wearing panties and stuff. And then the fact that he might get a sugar daddy, you're not comfortable with all those things. It sounds like y'all are not right for each other. You should, he's very plainly told you who he is, and you should be like, hey, that's not for me. I'm gonna see myself out. And find, and while good sex, I agree with you, good sex is hard to find. It is findable again, and you might have to go through a few whack ones to find another good one. Um, but I will also caveat with, everybody's going to come with something. Like every person you meet in the world is going to have something about them that you're not like really head over heels about. So it's really a matter of just deciding, like, how people always say is like what, finding somebody who's crazy vibes with your crazy. Yeah. So this doesn't sound like that big a deal. Just have a conversation with the man. Just be like, hey, look, I want exclusivity and I'm not comfortable with you doing the whole cross-dressing gay for pay thing. And I would say you should go ahead and break this relationship off because you're not comfortable with what he was doing before he met you. Because it's really unfair and I think a bit unethical to meet someone, come into their life, say if somebody was like a rock climber, you come into their life and you say, I don't want you to rock climb no more. It's like I was doing this before I met you.
Sure. Um, yeah, I agree with Demarcus. You should have had these conversations beforehand, but I know that in the heat of the moment, you may have been feeling some type of other way.
In the
Um,
heat of the night.
um, yeah, especially after a wedding. But once you find out that he wasn't your tea, and it's kind of like, is this an internalized homophobia? Because he is doing this with men, you find these panties, and it's just not a lot of things that are kosher with your heteronormative lifestyle. So it's kind of like an internalized homophobia that you're thinking less of him because he is a cross-dresser.
Well, she didn't
Um,
say she thought less of him. She just
no,
said she
she
doesn't
didn't.
want.
No, she didn't
No, she didn't what?
say that she thought less of him.
Right. She didn't say that. So let's not put that on her.
I
She just
mean,
said she just said this is not her preference. She
I
made it clear that
mean,
that's not her preference. And,
but
and that's and it's completely fair
it's a
because
lot of internalized homophobia,
I don't
and
is
a lot of
is
people
it
don't say
internalized?
they're racist, but they are racist. It's a lot of internalized racism going on. It's
Let
not
me ask this
internalized
question,
xenophobia.
Jared.
Come on, okay, go ahead.
Let me ask this question. Is it internalized heterophobia when a gay person meets a bi person and it's just like, I don't like that you still have sex with the opposite sex?
No, that could be a lot of internalized insecurity from that gay
Mm-hmm.
person because they
Mm-hmm.
know there's a part of themselves that cannot ever please a bi person. So instead of not trying, so while they're giving their all, they
Mm-hmm.
know that they can't ultimately fulfill all their partner's wishes, wants, and needs.
I mean, I
So it's
think that
not
is
eternalized
true
heterophobia. It is eternalized
insecurity.
insecurity.
I think okay, so I think that explanation could apply in this case. I think that, and I think on taking a step back on a broader spectrum, I don't. I think that no partner, no person in this world can satisfy every need of another person.
Okay.
So,
But
like,
but if you are if you are a gay person trying to um uh be with a bi person, or you know that they are turning their head at every fine woman that walks past. You can't do that. You can't have that conversation because you don't know what that's like. There's nothing in you
I
has is making you feel that way. So
so if
no,
we're
that's the
using
internalized insecurity.
if we're using the example of turning their head at every woman that walks by, if your partner has a wandering eye and you're uncomfortable with that, I think that just speaks back to what you said originally. It's like just this is you are not secure enough for a partner that has a wandering eye, and you should draw the line there. I'm
No,
tired of people.
no,
I'm
because
tired of people. Hold on, let me just finish my thought real quick. I'm tired of
but I
people
was still
putting
talking.
their I'm tired of people putting their emotions off onto others. Like I expect you to manage my insecurity, manage my self-confidence, manage my, how I feel, manage how I feel about something, how I view something because I have a problem with it. No, it's how you feel. That's for you to speak up about and learn how to manage. And, if you have a partner that's worth their salt, they're going to hear you out and hopefully make the changes that help you feel more secure. But if not, it's not the person for you.
But also that could be something that two partners um enjoy together. Like
It could
looking
be.
at other men together, they are both
It could be.
homosexual. And then when that one partner decides to look at women, then the other partner would feel insecure because he can't do that as well. Like, don't you watch TV with your girlfriend? Don't you wait until something comes on good so you can watch it with your girlfriend? Don't you play video games with your girlfriend? Like all this stuff is stuff that they want to do to spend time with you. But then if there is something that you know that you can't spend time and be there with and enjoy laughter for your other person, you would feel insecure. So it's not the same thing. And you can't be mad at that.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't think to say it as like an absolute. Like if there's something your partner enjoys that you cannot provide or that you cannot also enjoy, I don't think that is absolutely a recipe for insecurity. It could just be something that they do that you don't do, and you be like, hey, look, go do your thing, and I'm here when you're done with that. Because like I've dated people who don't like roller skating. And I've tried to take them roller skating, and it was fucking horrible. And I'm like, I'm never bringing you back here. And it wasn't like an issue in our relationship. I would go skating, and I would see them when I got home.
Yeah, but if you're having sex with somebody and if you can't give them all of the needs that they need in the bedroom, you're gonna feel insecure about
I
that.
think that there are a lot of ways to like to meet someone's sexual needs. There are so many toys, so many techniques available to us these days that I don't think I don't think that is automatically an issue.
But if they're bi, you don't think that's automatically an issue because I'm not bi. Are you bi?
Mm-mm. My girlfriend is bi though, so I don't.
Okay. So
I'm
so
not
so
like I'm not like
you
oh I'm never gonna
so
be able to give her pussy, so she's never gonna
yeah.
be completely in love with me. I'm like no, like she like pussy. I could go do your thing, girl.
Okay. So you can never give her pussy. So then you're not insecure about this. That's may not be how this person feels in this letter.
I agree with you, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying
and
originally.
they're entitled to feel that way.
They are, and I would say that, and like I said, like this is a conversation that you need to have with your partner, that she needs to have with this man. Like, hey, I am not comfortable with this aspect of who you are because this is, and it could be something. This could be who he is, or it could be just something that he does. If it's just a behavior, behaviors can change. And if it's who he is, that's a different story. Who you are doesn't have to define your behavior, but you do have to be able to live in your truth.
I think that something like that just has to be who he is. I don't think that anybody can just dibble dabble in and out of gators like that. Like he has to be on that end of the spectrum. So
Mm.
yeah. All right, you
Okay.
can email your questions to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Black Geek Energy, Facebook, Black Geek Energy, Twitter, BGE_pod, Twitch, Black Geek Energy, YouTube, Black Geek Energy, Threads, Black Geek Energy, Blue Sky, Black Geek Energy, the new Twitter, I mean, the new TikTok Black Geek Energy, because they are back up. And Demarcus, we have a Patreon that we need to go ahead and record for before you get grouchy, because you know how you get. But it
Mhm.
is just $3 a month. Like, that's not nothing, Demarcus. You can do
It
that in your
ain't,
sleep.
you know what I'm saying? It's three,
Um,
three, three, 10 cents a day.
yeah,
You can feed, you can feed a child in Africa.
and did you know that you haven't responded to my inquiry? Like, it's been a week now, and nobody's responded in that text thread with me, you, and Gordon. So is I mean,
I think no
I
response.
asked you to back me up, and you haven't backed me up yet. So I mean, it's I mean, I asked for things that I do on this podcast. I edit this podcast. I promote this podcast. I do everything for this podcast. I only asked you to back me up in one thing with one person in one little group chat, and you
Mhm.
haven't done that yet.
I haven't
So
done it yet.
and it's been like 3 weeks. So
Hmm.
are you going to?
Jerry, I think at this point, you know how I do things. I get things done in my own time. You know my
And
pace.
you need to take some accountability and go ahead and do it.
You know my pace.
Okay. Well, you need to take some accountability and go ahead and do it. But yeah, that's this episode. Let's go ahead and record our Patreon. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
BGE out.
Do you need to take a break or something?
I do. I need to go get another snack.
All right.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
What's happening, my fellow geeks out there? It's a new year. Welcome to 2024. New me, or the same you. You know, however you want to play it this year. I am here to tell y'all that I am in a much better space mentally, and a lot of that is due to getting, I'm not going to say the help I need, but having someone to talk to objectively, like that third party who's just there to give you advice and not really trying to put their own judgment on you, and also like kind of helping you, think through some of your thoughts. Maybe you're an external process, maybe an external processor, maybe not. But you can do all of these things with BetterHelp.com. So you can be in the same place I am. You can be in a better place than I am. You can improve the way you think and the way you approach situations just by having someone to talk to about it that is not there to judge you, that is available at the send of a text, that you can switch them out as if it's not working. If they're not giving you the advice you need, you can just say, hey, better help, give me someone else, and they'll find you someone else to partner with. Tell you it's an amazing service, and if you tell them we sent you, you're gonna get a discount, because why would we tell you to go if we're not going to hook you up? So go to betterhelp.com/bgepod and tell them DeMarcus sent you.